Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishakhi Natimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishnaprasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Dishatarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Vancha Kalpatatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna. So thank you Prabhuji, Mataji, giving a wonderful opportunity to speak about Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7 and Text 18. So my screen is able to audible, Prabhu? Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So text 18. 8.
Sasamhitam
Bhagavatim Kritvanukramya Chatmajam Sukam Adhyapayam Aso Nivritti Niratam Muni.
So that Samhitam, Vedic literature, Bhagavatim in relationship with the personality of Godhead, Kritva having done Anukramya by correction and repetition, Cha and Atmajam, his own son, Shukadev Goswami, Adhyapayam Asha, thought, Nivrati, path of self-realization, Niratham, engaged, Muni, the sage. The translation: the sage Vyasadeva, after compiling the Srimad Bhagavatam and revising it, taught to his own son Srila Shukadev Goswami, was already engaged in self-realization, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam is a natural commentation on the Brahma Sutras compiled by the same author. The Brahma Sutra or Vedanta Sutra is meant for those who are already engaged in self-realization. Srimad Bhagavatam is made that one becomes at once engaged in the path of self-realization simply by hearing the topics, although it is especially meant for the Paramahamsas or those who are totally engaged in self-realization. It works into the path of the hearts of those who have maybe worldly men. Worldly men are always engaged in sense gratification, but even such men will find in the Vedic literature a remedial measure for the material diseases. Shukadev Goswami was a liberated soul from the beginning of his birth, and his father taught him Srimad Bhagavatam. Among the mundane scholars, there is some diversity of opinion as to date of compilation of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is, however, certain from text of Bhagavatam this is compiled before the disappearance of Parikshit and after the departure of Lord Krishna, when Maharaj Parikshit was ruling the world as the king of Bharatavarsha. He chastised the personality of Kali according to the revered scriptures and the astrological calculation. The age of Kali is in its 5,000 years. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam was compiled not less than 5,000 years ago. Mahabharata was compiled before Srimad Bhagavatam and the Puranas were compiled before Mahabharata. That is the estimation of the date of compilation of different Vedic literatures. The synopsis of Srimad Bhagavatam was given before the detailed reception under the instruction of Narada. Srimad Bhagavatam is the science for following the path of Nivritti Marga. The path of Pravritti Marga was condemned by Narada. The path is natural inclination for all conditioned souls. The theme of Srimad Bhagavatam is the cure of materialistic disease of the human being or stopping completely the pangs of material existence.
So Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Prabhu, any English translation, Telugu translation person?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, no Prabhu. His Grace Manoranjana Prabhuji and Kalinjaman Prabhuji, they are not in the group, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji, no problem. So first of all, here in this sloka, so we will see, so Vyasadev is just giving the instruction to his own son. So the own son is Sukadeva Goswami. So before understanding this entire concept of Srimad Bhagavatam, so even though the Sukadeva Goswami was a well realized soul, but again Vyasadev was giving an instruction to Sukadeva Goswami. So here, before understanding this concept, so we have to understand the Vyasadev entire family background, so that you will understand who is Sukadeva Goswami. So here if you just, this is a tree, you can just see. So is everyone able to see the Vyasadev family tree?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Yeah, so here we can just see the parents. So Vyasadeva parents before was Parasara Muni. So Parasara Muni will get married to a Satyavati. So between the father and mother, so the Vyasadeva will be born. So before Santanu, so there was a king, was a famous king for the Kuru dynasty. Okay, so King Santanu will get married to Ganga. So they will have a baby of Bhishma Dev. So after that, so Vyasadev, after that Santanu will have try to marry Satyavati, but Satyavati already would have married and got child, that is Vyasadev. So by keeping this in mind, the father's desire, who is Santanu. So Shantanu was a father. So keeping that in mind, so Bhishma Dev will just take the oath that I will never get married. Lifelong I will become a brahmachari. My dear father, so anyway you have a desire to marry Satyavati, so please go ahead. So keeping in that mind, Shantanu will marry the Satyavati, but Satyavati will have already married to Parasara Muni and she would have got a child. So in this way, so later Satyavati, she will marry the King Santanu. The Kuru dynasty will begin. From Santanu Satyavati, the both and husband and wife. So Chitranga will be born and Vichitravirya. These are the two sons were born under Satyavati. So in the battlefield, the Satyavati children's will be so they will die in the battlefield, the Vichitravirya and Satyavati. So before dying, the Vichitravirya will have 3 wives. So Vichitravirya will have 3 wives. So 3 wives is, one is Ambika, Ambalika and maid servant. These are the 3 wives of Vichitravirya. So Vichitra Virya, he'll get married to three wife in once the days passes and he'll go for a battlefield. In that battlefield, Vichitra Virya will die. So all these three wife will become a widow. Who all? Ambika, Ambalika, and maid servant. These are the three wives will become a widow. So thinking that okay, if they become a widow, so next Kuru dynasty should grow. So keeping in that mind, Satyavati she will call Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva, once she calls Vyasadeva, so Vyasadeva will give a shelter to all these three widows' wife. This is Ambika, Ambalika, and maid servant. So Vyasadeva will give a shelter. After giving a shelter, so for Ambika, so Dhritarashtra will be born. So Ambalika, so Pandu will be born as a son. So for maid servant, so Vidura will be born. So all these three wives will have a beautiful children, Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidura. So after this is how the royal dynasty, the Kuru dynasty will just continue. So coming back to this Vyasadeva, so you'll say, so Vyasadeva will be, so Jabalis, so Vatika. So Vatika will be the mother of Sukadeva Goswami. Here in the sloka also, so Vyasadeva is recompiling the entire Srimad Bhagavatam to his own son. So Vatika, the Sukadeva Goswami. So if you just take Sukadeva Goswami, so once upon a time, so Sukadeva Goswami was a parrot of Srimati Radharani. So always Srimati Radharani will just give a wonderful Krishna Lila pastimes, and so always Radha with the Radharani, the parrot will be there. The name always Radharani keep a nickname for that parrot is Sukha. So that's how the Sukha will hear all the transcendental pastimes very beautifully from Radharani. Then what happens is, so it's a time to leave. Once Radharani go back to this Goloka, so Sukha will be, the parrot will be alone. And Sukha will just tell, the parrot will tell to Srimati Radharani, my dear Radharani, so please take me back to the Goloka. So even I'll be doing eternal pastimes with you, my dear Radharani. Please, I beg you. So Sukha will request to Radharani, but Radharani will tell, okay, you will be in the Bhuloka. So there's a purpose that you will be glorifying the Lord's pastime. So Sukha, Radharani will go back to the Goloka, and Sukha will be there in the Bhuloka. So Sukha will be hankering for the Lord's Harikatha. So Sukha, the parrot, keeps on flying here and there, and finally she goes to the Kailasa. In Kailasa, Lord Shiva, so Lord Shiva will be giving a Srimad Bhagavatam Vrita to Parvati. So that's a conversation which keeps going on. So when Lord Shiva recite each and every stoka, and Parvati will just tell like no sound. Actually, whenever we give any story or any narration, so some person should give a back reply like no humming sound. So that okay, we will understand okay, that person is clearly listening to our story. So Parvati Devi will just sleep and Shiva keeps on reciting this. So reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. But the Sukha, which is in the form of a parrot, and parrot will understand, they recognize the Parvati's voice and just tell, okay, and the humming sound will give, okay, and Shiva will just tell, okay, Parvati is listening, but Parvati has slept. Then after finishing the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, Shiva will just tell to Parvati, have you listen to the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, and Parvati will just tell, so my dear Lord, please forgive me. So I slept in the between. Then who heard the entire Srimad Bhagavatam? Then Lord Shiva will try to find out the real person who heard the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. Then Shiva will find, okay, that Parasukha has heard the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, and try to chase that parrot to kill. So Shiva will chase that parrot, and finally, where Sukadeva Goswami will be in the Himalayas, will be doing a meditation. In that, the parrot will hide in the womb of Vertica. So in that, Sukadeva Goswami will be hiding inside the womb. So hiding inside the womb of the Vertica, and even though the Sukadeva Goswami heard the entire Srimad Bhagavatam from Srimati Radharani, and second thing, Sukadeva Goswami heard from Lord Shiva. Then afterwards he will hide. Then the Lord Shiva will give an entire conversation to Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva, these all things happen in the Kailas. So kindly suggest me, okay, the parrot has heard the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. Then Sukadeva Goswami, don't worry. So there's a reason on that. So then Lord Shiva will disappear and go back to the Kailas. So Sukadeva Goswami will be in the womb of Vertica. So for 16 years, Sukadeva Goswami will not come outside, because once Sukadeva Goswami comes, okay, I will be entangled with the material bondage. So I will forget the Lord Krishna. So these all things was running in the mind of Sukadeva Goswami. For 16 years, the Sukadeva Goswami will be there in the womb of Vertica. Then after, Vyasadeva will give assurity that, okay, so don't worry. So I will give a guarantee that he will go back to Godhead. Then after that, from Vertica, so Sukadeva Goswami will come. So here, if you just see, then the Vyasadeva will become a Vertica, which is my daughter, Jabali's daughter. So after that, the Vyasadeva will just recompile again, once again, this third time. First time with the Radharani, second time with Lord Shiva in the Kailas, and third time the Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva, it's called as Krishna Dvapayana Vyasa. So the third time he is hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam to his, Vyasadeva is saying to his own son. So because Vyasadeva gives a guarantee to Vertica, means Sukadeva Goswami, so Sukadeva Goswami, Vyasadeva becomes his father. So that's how, the entire story got connected. So hope everyone understood this story, Prabhu. You have any doubts in Vyasadeva families? So because this is the main thing, if we understand this, we can get into the, what Vyasadeva told to Sukadeva Goswami. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, yes. Hare Krishna, Mataji, Sir Prabhuji. Prabhuji అడుగుతున్నారు, ఇంతవరకు చెప్పింది వ్యాసదేవ్ ఫ్యామిలీ గురించి చెప్పాం కదా, అది ఆ ట్రీ గురించి అర్థమైందా అని అడుగుతున్నారు అనమాట. అది హరే కృష్ణ.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. అర్థమైంది Prabhu.
Okay, so here, so after this, so Vyasadeva is giving the own the Srimad Bhagavatam to his own son Sukadeva Goswami. So here we can just see, so Sa Samhitam Bhagavatam. So Vyasadeva, he just completely narrating the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, and it's not an ordinary philosophy. One thing we have to understand. So he just narrating the entire Krishna's Leela pastimes. So what and all happened, what and all the incidents which took in Mahabharatam, and Krishna's beautiful pastimes, Srimati Radharani's pastimes, and Leela of Lord Ramachandra and Govardhan Giri. So in this image you can all just see So in that, so once again Vyasadev means as a father, but he, even though Sukadeva Goswami was, the realized person. So why he just, even though he was a realized person, there's no, it's not a necessary. He don't have any, you know so I need to hear Srimad Bhagavatam for father. No, already was realized, but even though he accepted, here comes to the guru. So any knowledge we are receiving it, so we should receive it from guru. So it's very very important, even though realized. So Sukadeva Swami is setting an example to us. So without Sukadeva Swami, so it's very difficult, even including Vyasadev. So you can just see between the father and the son, even the relationship, the bondage was very strong, but the son has considered father as a guru. So that's how sa samhitam bhagavatam. So sukam abhya payam asa. So here there's a deep connectivity. So here we can just see, so even though the person is successful, so the Sukadeva Swami carefully listening. So Nivritti Nirata Mudhi. So Sukadeva Swami was already detached from worldly life. So we all know. So and observed in self-realized. So yet Vyasadeva still taught him the Bhagavatam. So to prove that bhakti katha is a higher than detachment. So renunciation is not the final goal. So loving observation in Krishna is a final goal. So here we can just understand this verse. Okay, so first thing is it teaches the three major truth in this sloka. So everyone should understand. So what is the major things? So one thing is the highest scripture is that which brings us directly to Bhagavan. So we should understand. So we are all into this Dukalayam Shashvatam. We should be well matured enough that so only the scriptures Srimad Bhagavatam, and which connects the to the Bhagavan. So this concept we have to understand. So what we have to do to understand Bhagavan, to get closer to Bhagavan, so we have to connect to the scripture first. That's what Vyasadeva is just trying to explain to Sukadeva Swami. This is absolute truth. And the second one is, the second knowledge must be heard from the disciple. So first thing is from scripture, and second the truth is, so all the truth of Krishna's Leelas and pastimes should be heard from whom? From disciple succession. So with a bona fide spiritual master, we have to understand the entire concept. So if we don't understand the flow of a knowledge through disciplic succession, then we may not get connected. So we have a Google map, so we have to enter the right location to reach the right destination. So if we don't enter the right destination, our path may be misplaced and we may reach different spot, different place. So we should all understand, okay, so that all the disciplic succession, or everyone are connected to Krishna. This is the second truth of what we can just see from Vyasadeva. And the third, so one who is liberated becomes attached to Bhagavan. So because Krishna Katha is higher than impersonal realization. So impersonal, some person they think, okay, Krishna is a Jyoti, means it's a form of light. No, the first of all, the Adi Shankaracharya was trying to manipulate, okay, the Lord in the form of, impersonality. He does not have a form, but but his intention, Adi Shankaracharya's intention was, to educate the materialistic people who is, too much attached to the materialistic, attached wealth, name, fame. This kind of people, when we just teach directly, when we just give them Srimad Bhagavatam or preach them, they may not understand. So Shankara, Adi Shankaracharya just told, okay, it's a light. Okay, I'll take you step by step. Finally, he just gives final analogy. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Mudamate. Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jananam. So he just give. So even though the Adi Shankaracharya was against the script, he told the impersonalist, but but his intention was very good. He was intention always. He wants to connect, all Badhatmas, whomever, whomever trapped into the Dukkalayam Ashashvatam, from the birth, old age, disease, from them. So somehow I need to make them realize and give them happiest life for eternal. So here, that's what here in this sloka we can understand, because Krishna Katha is higher than impersonal realization. So here, connected to stream Bhagavad Gita, so we all know. So here we can just see how the beautiful the connectivity. So everything comes from to the disciple succession. So if at all, if we want to reach the dham of Golaka, Krishna, so where the Krishna is eternally present over there, with which he is just performing his Rasa Leela. So according to the scriptures, okay, we have to understand through the three things which reveals this sloka. Sa samhitam Bhagavan Kritvanu Kramya Chatmajam Sukam Adhyapayam Asa Nivritti Niratam Muda. So only here we can just see. So Nivritti, the path of self-realization. Nirtam, engaged. So Muni, the sage. So only the realized person. So one thing we can understand. So the why it is informed as self-realized soul. So only self-realized soul, already seen Krishna, his nature, his power, name, fame, everything. The realized soul has seen already. Whenever the realized soul gives a lecture, and we should accept it. So they are teaching here in this image. We can just see it is going through a proper disciplic succession, the jnana. So as the scriptures reveal, the first direction, what I've just told, the first means the highest scripture is that which brings us direct to Bhagavan in the sloka. The second is that the knowledge must be here from the disciple, from the Narada Muni to Vyasa, Vyasadeva to Sukadeva Goswami. See the connectivity. So because Narada Muni Bhajya Veena Radhika Ramana Name. So Narada Muni, already is an eternal assistant. Eternally he keeps preaching. He goes to each Brahmanda and glorify Krishna. So here, because already Narada Muni has already seen Krishna, Ishvara, Parama Krishna, Sachit Anand Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karanam. So already Narada Muni is seen. And the same scene, he just giving these realization to Vyasadeva. Even though Vyasadeva was, complete. He compiled so many Upanishad, so many Puranas, Rig Veda, Durveda, different varieties of Vedas, and many scriptures he compiled, and he wrote also. But Vyasadeva was not having that kind of satisfaction. Satisfaction was really missing it. Why it was missing? Because Vyasadeva was not included the Krishna in the scripture. So as soon as Narada gives instruction and he disappeared, then after he disappeared, then Vyasadeva analyzed, okay, he entirely imagined the Narada Muni instruction. He imagined, okay, these all incidents happened, entire Mahabharatam, Lord Krishna's Arjuna, and entire Kuru's dynasty. What is the root cause? Who was the main person? Krishna was the main person. This you need to understand this. So when this Narada Muni gives instruction, then automatically this entire the truth Vyasadeva immediately realized, and he compiled and he wrote Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahabharatam. Then after that, once again he just gives this renounced scripture to the Sukadeva Goswami. So one thing we have to understand in our life. So never ever get attached to the impersonal teachings. So hence we are all into this material platform. So our deviation is too much. So it's very difficult to chant around us whatever Srila Prabhupada is given. And lot of deviations and commitments. So by blessings of Narada Muni and Vyasadeva and our great Guru Paramparas and Gurus, so they are given a wonderful scripture which is absolute truth. So we have to blindly accept it, that scripture is absolute truth, and start reading all the scriptures, understand the Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's Leela, the entire Mahabharatam episode by reading it. So through that, to understand, we have many mentors to make us to understand. We are all very fortunate to have centers next to our home, or 3 to 4 kilometers. The centers, the ISKCON provides the centers who teach us the absolute truth. So we should have faith on them. Believe. We have to believe. So everything, the proper Srimad Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So everything, it's a real incident. And we should accept, and we need to implement the entire Mahabharata, the story which describe four things. So first thing is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. These are the 4 principles which has been implemented in entire conversation of Mahabharata. So dharma. So for dharma, so between Kauravas and Pandavas, the war will happen. Then artha, the wealth, the Yudhishthira. So even though he become a king of empire, entire world, so he realized, okay, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he did not enjoy. So whatever the situation the Pandavas underwent, not even a single 1% we are undergoing it. But Yudhishthira was even emperor, but he had been to the forest. So 13 years Vanavasa, entire Pandavas. 12 years was there, 1 year was extended. So this all, the hardships here, artha, or even the wealth. Why I just told you Yudhishthira example. Yudhishthira was an entire king. He has a number of wealth, but he surrendered to Krishna. So whatever difficulty he faced, but he thought, okay, it's everything is in the direction. Everything is going under the direction of Krishna. He accepted. Kama, the lust. So lust, the Arjuna, even though in his path of the entire Mahabharatam episode, so he was just having, Subhadra and many wives, but he understand, okay, my responsibility to fight for Kuru, so I need to prepare myself. So he goes to different penance and austerities, and he goes to Indraloka and get a great boon, and he Panchapatasta means the great weapon from Lord Shiva, and he become a entire warrior. Moksha, the liberation. Finally, we need to understand, okay, Krishna is the one who gives a moksha, liberation, who gives a bhakti. So this all, three major things we have to understand in our life. So the scripture is that which brings us direct to Bhagavan. Okay. The second, the knowledge must be here from disciplic succession. And third, so even one who is liberated becomes attracted to Bhagavatam, because Krishna Katha is higher than impersonal realization. So here we can just see how the conversation it goes. So Bhagavad Gita, so tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnana sevaya padyankshanti jnanam. So jnaninas tattva darshanaha. Even in Bhagavad Gita also, so Krishna just told to Arjuna that all the knowledge, right now, so tatvidhi pranipatena. So understand the truth by surrender. So when we have too much of hankaras and lot of pride, ego, name, fame, when we keep and when we try to approach the real truth, then it is very difficult to accept that. So that's what tatvidhi pranipatena. So understand the truth by surrender. So without surrender, it's very difficult. So knowledge does not enter our heart. I mean, even here also, when we have too much of pride, ego, and artha, the wealth, power, everything. So all the devotees should come and surrender to Krishna, so that they will have a connectivity. Upadhyakshantite jnanam. So one must inquire sincerely, what is the truth? What is the real knowledge? So we should not never argue with our ego to the Guru. Pariprashnana sevaya. We have to keep on questioning and inquire. It is inquiry for the means what is the purpose for your inquiring about the transformation of your heart. Cheto darpanam marjanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam sarvatma sparam vijayate Sri Krishna sankirtanam. Because we have too much of dirt in our heart, so that purification will happen when we inquire about the spiritual. Pariprashnena sevaya. So upadhyakshantite jnanam. So upadhyakshantite jnanam means, so we have to, from whom we have to hear the jnanam means upadhyakshantite. For the surrender, the person, the realized soul, we have to hear. So realized souls will instruct you what is the absolute truth. So upadhyakshantite jnanam. So jnaninas tattva darshanaha. So here we can just see the deep connectivity. So Vyasadeva is just giving a set example. So tattva. So Vyasadeva is a tattva darshi guru. And Sukha hears through the proper process. The verse shows that even the spiritual advanced soul still receive through Guru Paramparas. So this we have to understand. The humbleness. Even though we may be great knowledge and well pandit, but when the person sits with a hasana who is giving a Srimad Bhagavatam, we should obey to that person. We should be very humble and as to accept the knowledge. So through that, so here Vyasadev and Sukadeva Goswami is setting a real example for everyone. See, Sukadeva Goswami was a real, he heard the Srimad Bhagavatam 3 times. So from Radharani as a parrot, and from Lord Shiva, from Kailas, from Lord Shiva. So when Shiva was giving Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavatamrita to Parvati, in that, in secretly, with the hidden backside, the entire Srimad Bhagavatam was heard by Sukha. Second time, and third time with his father Vyasadev. So imagine if we complete the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, we will have a puffed up and ego. Okay, I have read Bhagavad Gita, I have a knowledge. So the ego will come automatically when we are learnt, and the thing is we have to be whatever state, whether we are into higher position, whether we are into medium position or lower position. So our understanding level comes from the humble state of mind. So when we are in humble state of mind, it's very easy to accept it. Even the flow of water, the flow, suppose we have a tank, okay, the flow of water. So when tank is opened, when we are down, the flow, the force and everything will be very force, and we will receive the water. When we bow down and open our hands and take water, when we are bow down. Similarly, the knowledge, even you become a chandala, even you become a dull-headed person, but knowledge will receive when we are in humble state of mind. If we are not humble enough, and it's very difficult to accept it from Guru. So here Sri Sukadeva Goswami, even though he heard with so many exalted Vaishnava, even from Lord himself, but they see the humbleness. He sat in front of Vyasadeva, my dear Vyasadeva, I accept your, please accept me. With a great humbleness, he just takes the knowledge. So that's how our mood should be there. So here we can just see Sukadeva Swami was a liberated but transformation. So Bahunam Janmanam Ante. So here the realizes what we have to understand. Bahunam Janmanam Ante. So, Jnanavan Mam Prapadyante. Jnanavan Mam Prapadyante. Vasudevaha Sarvamiti Sumatma Su Durlabaha. So, in this material life, okay, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. So, after so many birth and cycle of birth and death, so we got this human form of life, right? So we have to utilize, Ante, we have to realize we have this great form of human life is very rare. In that we got this opportunity to realize Krishna. So don't even we have to waste. So Jnanavan Mam Prapadyante. The true wise means only the intelligent person will surrender. So that's what we call it. Jnanavan Mam Prapadyante. He surrender. So only the intelligent person will surrender to Krishna. So Vasudeva Sarvamiti. So Vasudev, the son of Vasudev, he is a creator. He is a creator of the entire universe. He is a supreme personality of Godhead. So Samatma Sudurlabha. Such as a great soul is very rare. Here, so we are all very fortunate, Sukadeva Goswami is a rare soul. Even though he sat in front of Vyasadeva, he realized through him we got Srimad Bhagavatam. Here, deep connectivity is Sukadeva Goswami was already detached from many things, but he was completely absorbed in this image. We can just see Sukadeva Goswami liberate and observing the bhakti rasa through Bhagavatam. So empty academy, here we can just see there's a beautiful analogy was Srila Prabhupada has given. Srimad Bhagavatam should be heard from Vaishnava, not with academic handled only. So this academic people who was scientist and many other pandit, so even if they understand, it's very difficult to understand. They think, okay, I have academy, I have a knowledge, I can study this entire Srimad Bhagavatam. It's very difficult. Here, Srila Prabhupada just tells, Srimad Bhagavatam should be heard from Vaishnava only. So, it's my humble request for all the devotees, don't even hear the Srimad Bhagavatam or any other lectures from non-devotees. So, their speculation and the understanding level might be different. So, only here, Nitya Seva. So, what happens when we just hear this Nityam Bhagavatam? So, our heart gets purified. Dearly hearing Nitya Seva, the removing heart dirts, making devotion fixed. Nityam Bhagavata. So, from the dirt to the knowledge. This beautiful in this image, from dirt to the art is getting purified every day. And finally, the real knowledge, Tattva Jnana, we are getting the absolute Krishna, the absolute truth. So we should all be very happy that we are able to see Krishna through Vaishnava. So here, this entire, I'll just give an overview about this 1.7.8. So reveal this complete scriptures method. So one thing is the highest scriptures, Krishna is in center, so that the Vyasadeva got complete satisfaction by remembering the entire story of Mahabharatam and Krishna Leelas and everything, pastimes. So the second thing is, and it must be received from a realized soul, the truth. Tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadhyakshantite jnana jnanina tattva darshana. So even liberation. The third thing is, even liberation is not the end. The soul seeks not just a freedom. The Bhagavan sees not just a freedom. Here, freedom. As soon as we get freedom, okay, we should not be happy. Bahunam janmanam ante. So, Jnanavan mam prapadyante. So, Vasudeva sarvamiti samatma sudurlabha. So, we have to understand, okay, so who will give the mukti? Only Krishna. But Bahunam Janmanam, we have taken so many births and so many birth and cycles to understand this absolute truth. We have taken so many life. Only things Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he told, okay, you just take this my entire knowledge from with a realized soul. But we think, with our ego and everything, hearing from a Vaishnava, we think, okay, he's a simple person. Why we need to hear the entire Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Why? That should not be there. Krishna himself, he just told. Even Vyasadeva is setting an example. It should be heard from the liberated, realized soul. Regularly hearing in parampara purifies the heart and awakens the fixed devotion. So in this image, so if really in our life also, if we wanted to realize the absolute truth, means with a parampara, whomever is connected to proper parampara, proper Guru Maharaj, so proper disciplic succession. So only through the Krishna will be revealed. So we should be very careful enough which scriptures I need to follow. So being a science of self-realization. So in one purport, so Krishna himself just told, okay, all the Vedas or Puranas are like in the form of cows. Cows gives a milk, Upanishad. But similarly, so Krishna gives this Upanishad, and it's a absolute, it's a truth. But to understand in our mind, never accept this Upanishad and Puranas. So indirectly, so Krishna has made direct connectivity through Arjuna. He has given the Bhagavad Gita. So it's very difficult. It is very difficult to understand. No, that's what he's saying here from entire Gita, from proper parampara. So we should all be very intelligent enough. So see here, you can just Vyasadeva compiled and refined the Bhagavatam. Then he taught to his son. So Sukadeva Goswami was already liberated and he is hearing once again. Then after that, Parikshit Maharaj, he heard from Sukadeva Goswami for 7 days. He knows because he got a curse that he will die. So immediately Parikshit Maharaj hears. So as today, so through the same parampara, so we heard and our hearts are transformed. See the connectivity. This 1.7 point here reveals the complete spiritual method. Like the knowledge seeks absolute truth, and you just surrender with the humility, with the humble Tranadapi Chuni Shaina, with an open heart. Then after that, once you surrender, the Guru comes and Guru gives a realization and he gives a complete guide to us. Then after Guru gives, then we open our Srimad Bhagavatam book and we read Krishna Katha. Then after hearing and remembering and meditating the beautiful pastimes of Krishna and Pandavas, Kauravas, and Krishna Leelas in Kamyaka forest and Vrindavan, so many Rasa Leelas, it goes to our head by opening Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna book, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So see how the connectivity. So once we just start reading these all scriptures, so bhakti, the love, Krishna Prema, the Krishna Prema automatically from our heart, actually it gives nectar. That's how the soul actually required the realization, the Bhagavatam Vrita, not the everyday we have 3 to 4 times of food. We protect our Sharira every day. Am I right? Am I right, Mataji, Prabhuji? So every day we protect our body, right?
Yes, Prabhu, yes. Yes.
So here at the conclusion with this sloka, so it clearly reveals that this is the bhakti is a real food for the soul. So once the soul gets satisfied, automatically everything gets satisfied. This we need to understand properly. The love for Bhagavan awakens and becomes fixed, so that our anarthas, Rudhya Dhaurbhalya, automatically will reduce, and Dhaurbhalya will become automatically it converted into Krishna Prema. The Rudhya will become very strong. Dhaurbhalya to strong heart. How it becomes a strong heart? When we just keep Krishna in our heart. Already Krishna is there, but we have to realize Krishna. So in this material world, that is actually is a lacking. So Atma, already it's The Paramatma already resided in our heart, but it's taking a time to realize that because of our unlimited offenses, unlimited aparadas, and unlimited lack of faith on the Guru and lack of belief on Krishna. These all things is it's a great wall which we are not able to understand Krishna. So now we got the proper structure from knowledge, surrender, Guru, Bhagavatam, and Bhakti. So this is a step. So knowledge becomes perfect in surrender, and surrender becomes fully through Guru, and Guru gives a Bhagavatam, and Bhagavatam awakens our fixed Bhakti. That's how the connectivity works. So we are into this material world, so we should understand, we should adopt this culture, how this Vyasadeva and Sukadeva Goswami culture, and Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami, their bondage. So, and how Krishna and Arjuna, this is all the real incident. This is, we call it Sanatana Dharma. This all, everything has been predicted 5,000 years ago. So we should believe this all incident, so that we understand the absolute truth. If you don't believe, then it becomes very tough to. We will be engaged in Janma with the Jara, with the birth of old age, adult and disease. This is how the cycle will be, just keep on trapped into this, the life, and then it's very difficult. Krishna gives, as I mentioned, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. See, after many births of cultivation, struggle, philosophy, and experience, true maturity comes through spiritual. Perfection is not cheap. So we consider, okay, this human form of life is a cheap? No. Always we should think, okay, as we are now, you all are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, this human form of life. So it's a very rare. See the cycle, so many cycle, we are very fortunate. Accept the absolute truth. Vasudeva Sarvamitam. Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. So understand and registered in your mind, okay, Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So this, everything, every day we have to keep on reminding. Vasudeva Sarvam Hiti. Then what? Such a great soul is a rare. See here, Samatma Sudurlabha. Such a great soul is very rare. Sukadeva Swami is a rare. And he does not satisfied with a merely liberation. He become absorbed in Bhagavatam. So hope you understand this concept, Prabhu, Mataji.
Yes.
So, yeah, any doubts from this chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam Janmanam?
Krishna, Mataji and Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Okay.
And Prabhu, Bhakti Prabhu, and
Okay.
Dev Mataji nicely explained with nice examples, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Please continue.
Then coming back to this Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Brahmanda Brahmate Kona Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bija. So we should all be very fortunate, So many Brahmandas. Only the rare soul will accept Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay. So here every day how we can just transform. So our heart. Nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naistaki krishnaya vasudevaya devaki nandanaya cha kumaraya govindaya namo namaha. So here, so our heart transformed, how the Vyasadeva is a real medicine to transform into nourishment. So that's how Nityam Nasta Praya Shabadreshu. Always, no, Nityam Bhagavatam, always we just keep on reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Our heart turns steadies towards Supreme Lord. That's how the heart will get turned. Or else, no, it's very difficult. Uttama Sloke. I prayed exalt prayers and glowing words in this arrow. Nityam Bhagavatam, our heart should get purified. Abhadreshu means this Nityam Abhadresh, Nityam Nasta Prayash Abhadresh. Abhadreshu means we have, lust, pride, and so many confusions. This all it is present in our heart. Am I right, Prabhuji, Mataji? Huh? So this lust and pride, everything always recited, but it's very difficult to destroy this lust and pride, envy, and this kind of confusion. But we have a subject matter which can be replaced. That's why Krishna said, Nitya, Nasta Praya Shabadreshu. It's very difficult or destroy this anarthas, but we can replace it. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki. By engaging our senses in Krishna. Our regular means the regular service by reading book Bhagavatam. This is how the transformation happens. So Srila Prabhupada finally he just tells, okay, don't waste this human life. This Mahamantra is only remedy. Please try to chant and be happy. So everyone should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So everyone can chant. No previous study or qualification is needed. It is a very simple and sublime. Okay. So in this way, we will. We will be completing this 1.7.8 of Srimad Bhagavatam. So only we are into this Kali Yuga. Just by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we will go back to Godhead. So Vancha Kalpatarubhyasa Kripa Sindhubhi Evacha Patita Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrindaki Namacharya Aridas Thakur Ki Jai. So please accept my humble obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees who have given this Bhagavata Seva. So I have given my best. So any doubts or comments, please you can just ask me so that I will be able to answer by the Vaishnavas help. So Hare Krishna. Any doubts, please you can just ask me, Prabhuji, Mataji. So Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hope everyone understood this sloka.